Hipper here. So today we are taking out the Wichita CE. The CE is the original ship from 2020, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and whatever you want to do really. So let's just look at my build here, because I'm not running an agile build. I'm actually running my anti-dispersion build here with Montpelier. I really like this build here, and it's not so boring as just going all in on HE or AP or range or reload or whatever. Like, this actually uses the RNG in the game to work for you instead of against you, and that's that's fun and interesting. So we're starting this one a little bit into the battle because, well, I forgot to hit the record button. So it doesn't matter. All we did was just destroy a destroyer. And that's what cruisers are for. So I'd say already here I've done my duty, but let's keep playing. So again, we are the carrier's favorite in this battle here. So I will just try to not get too annoyed with it. So as usual, just starting from one side of the map. We spawned here at sea, and the destroyer has gone quickly, and we just need to get this Belfast and the lone battleship there out of the battle. And that battleship there, he just made one of the worst errors really, is taking your battleship onto that side of the islands. It does nothing. And you see he's changed his mind. He's thinking, I better go back and actually do something. But it's too late now. He gave up the guys at his spawn, and they are now dead, and there's not really anything he can do about it. So he's just going to sit out there and get burnt to a crisp while we are, gorging on tickets in here in the cap, because we've taken it. And he could have backed up his spawn mates, but he chose not to, and he is getting absolutely punished for that now when he's the only one left, which is actually quite fair, I think. Anyway, we are now just about to finish off over here on this flank here, and then I'm going to hit to the B flank, the middle cap, let's call it that instead, because as you can see, we're not doing very well over on the A cap. We've actually lost that one in a matter of minutes. So we're going to have to consolidate ourselves over at the B cap, and chasing that carrier there, leave that to one ship. Only one ship. A carrier is defenseless. It doesn't matter who goes for it. But you can shoot at the carrier fine, but we don't need 3 ships heading out there to finish off the carrier. That is unnecessary. And I'm just looking at them here and thinking, are they really... all of them really sailing out there to the end of the world? And I realize, sinking a carrier is good, but it's a 1-ship job. It's not a 3-ship job. So someone else is also a little bit worried there. Look at all the red ships approaching B. We have to do something about it. And that's the same thing I obviously have concluded. So I'm just trying to make people aware of don't chase that carrier. If the destroyer absolutely has to torpid, then fine, leave the destroyer to do that and come and help us defend the B cap. So I got a quick peek at a destroyer here in the B cap, and of course that's something that I like, because I already removed the first destroyer, so why not remove the second one as well? And I still have a radar left. This is not an agile build, so I only have 2 radars, and that's actually really hard to get used to in Wichita, because I'm just so used to having 3 radars. Where you can, waste a radar and it doesn't really matter. You still have 2 left. But with only 2 radars, you have to make them count. So I'm spotted now, so that means that the destroyer is in front of me here, so I'll be able to hit him. So I'm just going to give him just a little bit and then pop the radar. And there he is. And he's a brave man. He's within 5 kilometers here. And that's just too bad for him. So I just pop the sonar as well, because... sooner or later my radar will run out, and I don't want to have to be distracted in case this guy here actually puts up a fight. So I was hoping that would be the end of him there, but unfortunately not. And he goes here and hides behind the island where I can't really hit him, and fortunately I miss out on my Kraken here, but whatever. So he's obviously not going to reverse, so that's why I'm going to take the inside route here. Just a little shot at the Azur there. And then I'll just be able to pummel him as soon as he comes around this corner here. But then the naughty carrier steals, well, doesn't steal my kill, but he finishes him off before I could get, which is fine. Fair enough. A destroyer less is a win, no matter who kills it. So we're going to pop into the cap here, and then I'm keeping an eye on those Iowas over there, because they're in a division. And it's fairly obvious that they are skilling to rebuild. Willing to rebuild, or what's it called. They're using the skill that, in effect, makes two battleships, close to each other, almost invincible. Especially to a Wichita. I mean, if they decide to bow tank me, there's not much I can do. And as soon as I finish farming their superstructure, then, well, that's it. So instead I'm going to focus on this Azuma here, sending him far away from the middle of the map here. And hopefully someone else can actually get a good shot at those Iowas there. But as you can see, they're in a naughty spot here. And I wish I had torpedoes here. And that's something I always miss on Wichita, because I always get myself into these situations here where, a bunch of torpedoes would be excellent. Because I could just attack these Iowas here from the back and probably torp both of them, but without torpedoes, that is wishful thinking. So I'm thinking here that if I hold this B cap for as long as I possibly can, and then instead go for the A cap, that means I will only have to face the Azuma, which, I mean, it's better odds than two willing Iowas. That's a hard ask, especially without torpedoes, because you'll have to get one of them out of the game, and then you might be able to actually burn the other one down. But two of them at the same time, one of them is quite low on health, but the other one is high, so that's not something I think I would actually get away with. So they've decided to push now, and that means that I'm going to go for the A cap now. The Azuma is nearly 20 kilometers away, so it'll take him a while to get into the A or the B cap to defend it. And that gives me just the time I need to actually get over on that cap there. So if I can get over to the A cap, and if I can cap it, that's perfect. If I can't cap it, at least I will keep them from gaining tickets. And as you can see here, we are ahead by 200 points. But it's not looking well now, because there's only two cruisers and a carrier left versus two battleships, two willing battleships, and an Azuma, which is almost a battleship. So playing with your head in this situation here, well, not playing with your head, but using your head instead of just going for damage, in my opinion, is the better choice here. Like I said, I don't think I would be able to take on two Iowas that are using will to rebuild. It's just not possible. Instead, like I said, I'm going to see if I can face the Azuma. And then, yes, the Iowas are probably going to grab this cap here, unless that other cruiser, well, nope, he would be able to reset them, but he's not. So that's okay. They're going to use a minute or like 45 seconds or something like that in grabbing that cap, and they're probably going to stay in there, so I won't be able to reset them, unfortunately. I really want to, but it's still a better play to just go for A, and then just give up the B cap. I mean, we've been holding that cap for as long as possible, gaining as many tickets as absolutely possible, and I only left the cap in the last minute. So going to A cap, grab that cap, and we should be able to win here, even if I get sunk. But you can see our points are shrinking. We are only about 100 points ahead now. Before it was 200, and I don't know what the carrier is doing right now, but he's being very, very slow to actually get some planes up. That's why I'm just come on, do something. So like I said, get into the cap and hold it. I mean, the Azuma is most likely around here somewhere. I'm not really sure where, but if I was him, I would be guarding this cap here. So I'm kind of expecting him to come around this corner here at any minute. So that's also why when I get in here, I just turn my sonar on, and I'm out of range of the Iowas, so I'm quite safe here. And of course, Azuma doesn't have torpedoes, so it's going to be a head-to-head, a mano-to-mano here, if he ever shows up. So because these two Iowas here have decided to stick together for will to rebuild, I'm using that against them now, because both of them are in one cap, and if one of them had stayed here, the other one had gone to B, then I would have had to take on the one going to B, and I don't know if I would have made it. But by doing what they did here, they're just wasting two Iowas really, because they haven't shot at anything after they shot that Bismarck. So anyway, the Azuma is here. We've got him. Well, the carrier has him spotted, and thank you to the carrier player for actually coming over here, because there's no point spotting the Iowas. I mean, they're pretty much out of this game. They won't be able to make it to C to do anything drastic. So the Azuma is the problem here. So we're just gonna try to see if we can Citadel him out of the game, but unfortunately not. We did get 3 Citadels, but apparently that's not enough. So let's try once more, and then we switch to high explosives, because this is going to be, like I said, 1v1, and yeah, it's just about pretty much who gets the other one set on fire first. I mean, it should be an easy win for Wichita. I mean, I shoot much faster than Azuma, but Azuma has a much higher, fire rate. I think it's more than double what Wichita has. So I'm just trying to get, a permanent fire set here. So even if he actually rams me, then he will burn out. But I'm lucky enough to actually get him disposed of before that. Just checking that I'm not getting an Iowa shot here, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to burn out. But anyway, we are slightly just around 100 tickets ahead still. So all the carrier has to do is just disappear and not get shot, and then we'll win. And to everyone's surprise, he actually pulls it off, and we win on about 60-70 points here. So I think it was the right choice to make that instead of actually facing 2 Iowas. So that was Wichita CE, the original Wichita. Don't let the name fool you. And hope you liked it, and I'll see you out there.